This is a look back into the last 6 months of the Fort Lauderdale waterfront luxury market. So this is a beautiful place. We've got the backdrop behind us of what will be the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, standing on a point lot, explaining the market to us. So Elaine, you're the Fort Lauderdale expert. Tell everyone, the terms that we always talk about, months of inventory, how much product we have, how much we've sold. What's going on? Okay.
Right now we've got 108 homes in our inventory in the $2 to $4 million range, 44 of which have sold in the last 6 months, which gives us about a 14.7 month supply of inventory. And if you take into the account that a 12-month inventory supply is considered pretty optimal in this price range, we're looking pretty good in Fort Lauderdale. We have a health economic indicator. Our health score is 90%. Okay,
that's pretty good. So that's not the whole story, though, is it? I mean, look, we've got a good amount of traction in this area. What about the prices? What are we seeing with the drops going from, again, part of our economic indicator is asking price to sales price? What's the difference that we're seeing?
The market is a little bit more challenging in that we're seeing drops from 10 to 25%. People that really want to move their home, it's either that or they're being listed at too high of a price and they're making the market adjustment down.
Okay. So with this in case, let's give us some working examples of what product's been moving. So those viewers and our clients following us, and even actually those clients who are looking to sell right now, again, this is why we do this a lot of the time, to give people the optics to engage with us to sell their home and give them the right numbers, the right advice.
I would say modern transitional style homes right now, particularly, are selling very well. New construction that's well done is selling very well. Or those sellers, if they take the time to really get their home pulled together with all of the fine tuning done, they could potentially be prepared for a sale. Those old Mediterranean style homes that look tired or have dated interiors, that's not going to sell. You'll have to work with a team of experts that can either stage your home professionally or do virtual staging so that buyers can actually visualize what the potential is of that home.
Yeah, that's what we do a lot of the time. And look, we've seen these tired Mediterranean homes sit on there for a long time. It needs to be addressed by price and by presentation. Very quickly, what are the areas in terms of the pockets where we're seeing sales? I mean, we've noticed, Seven Isles, Riviera, Las Olas. Those are the neighborhoods where we're seeing sales. But there's another little pocket that we saw some sales that kind of surprised us.
Well, it was the riverfront market right off of Las Olas along the waterway there at the river. We saw 4 sales there. So that's a prime market, beautiful views right along the Las Olas waterway and near downtown. So I think that really has a pull for people that potentially are purchasing a second home and want to be in the mix of the entertainment and dining district in Fort Lauderdale.
So as a Miami agent, and obviously, look, Elaine is my counterpart expert in Fort Lauderdale, we notice how many waterfront homes we have that sell in Miami compared to how many we have selling up here in Fort Lauderdale. And clearly, this is a waterfront market.
It is. It definitely is. Fort Lauderdale is known as the waterfront capital, the boating capital of the world. We are getting ready to host the largest in-water boat show internationally. So it's a very exciting time to be in Fort Lauderdale. And if you want waterfront and have incredible waterways, we have over 60 navigable miles of waterways in Fort Lauderdale. This is where you would want to call home.
Yeah.
Or your home port.
Yeah, appropriately as boats go by us in the background, this is a great backdrop to really illustrate that. So finally, this last piece on this particular market, sales, a lot of the sales at this $2 to $4 million price point, 500 to 600 square foot. We have some at 700 and 800 a square foot, and one off that happened at over 1,000 a square foot.
Right.
Again, what was that house?
It was a modern transitional style home, beautifully finished, well constructed, and well presented.
Okay, great. So let's segue into the next section, the $4 to $6 million market. So as we're here, the weather never stops us. We are now talking about the $4 to $6 million range in Fort Lauderdale waterfront luxury homes. So let's give us some statistics.
We have currently 36 homes waterfront in the $4 to $6 million range. In that same range, only one of them is non-waterfront. So Fort Lauderdale really is a waterfront city and community. Out of that, we have sold recently 13 sales from this price range, and that gives us a 17-month supply of inventory with a health economic score of 75%. Really not too bad. It's not as good as the $2 to $4 million range, but we're doing pretty well in the $4 to $6 million range.
So we're going to give you a couple of examples. Again, we like to reference specific properties. It's much easier to relate to what's going on in the market when you've actually got something physical that you can reference. So a couple of big sales that we've seen in this market. There is a house, 2317 Del Mar and 333 Royal Plaza. Again, these are properties that were selling around 1,000 a square foot.
Beautiful Key West style, all of the right finishes, beautifully landscaped and presented on the lot. What can I say? Modern transitional is what the buyers are looking for, and those homes were on the market and closed within 4 months.
Yeah, which means they were in contract within 2, and they achieved around $1,000 a square foot. So it gives you a good reference point. So on to the next section, which is
the $6 to $8 million range.
Let's talk $6 to $8 million range within the market. We're standing on the edge of the Fort Lauderdale Canal up here, and we can see a number of new homes around. We can see Mediterranean homes. Moving on up, this is a big range, $6 to $8 million.
We've got 27 active listings right now, but everything is really pretty much bottlenecked in this price range. It's not a very healthy section of the sales for Fort Lauderdale. You've only had 2 sales and 2 pending sales in the last 6 months in the $6 to $8 million range. We have a 40-month supply of inventory in this range.
Okay, so if you're in this category, if you're looking in this category, if you're selling, make sure you're priced right. Call us, talk to Elaine. I mean, we know the numbers. There's not that many agents out there that can give you this kind of related narrative of what's happening. And then if you're looking to buy, again, you want to pay at the right price. Call us. We've done this. Elaine's been in the business for over 15 years. Drop you in over 15 years. I've been doing this for more than 12. So we really are. We're the experts on this. Finally, the big boys. Tell us.
We have 9 sales that have happened in the last 6 months in this price range, $8+ million, and this is a better performing market than the $6 to $8 million. There are 43 active listings currently on the market, and with those 9 sales, that gives us a 28-month supply. So that's much better than the 40-month supply we saw in the earlier price range.
Yeah, when we get to the analysis, the balanced level of months of inventory, we do push it up a bit to find what we call equilibrium. When you get into this really high level, so we don't say 12 months is balanced, we're more like 15 months is balanced. But
I would say there's a difference in the lot. You're going to have definitely point lot. These are going to be the better lots, and the size of the lots. Big difference. You're going to have half an acre to an acre, and in some instances, 1.5 acre lots.
Yeah, we saw a sell out there at an acre and a half. It's a big piece of real estate. So we hope that this education has been really helpful. We are always analyzing. Our live analytics is plugged into the system, and we are now introducing the demographic data information as well, which explains the human behavior, the income levels, the population levels, even currencies. It all comes into play. So stay tuned for more. And again, as always, any questions, call Elaine, call me, email us, WhatsApp us, even chat with us online through our box in the corner of the screen. And we look forward to helping you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.